Good morning, everyone. I want to start by thanking everyone for being here this morning and for inviting me to speak. It's truly an honor. I also want to apologize in advance in case I get choked up or emotional today. But today's speech is important to me and it comes straight from my soul. Today's talk is about taking a moment. I come to you in hopes that this message will touch each and every person here. I hope I can speak from my spirit to yours. And I hope after today, each and every one of you will take a moment, every opportunity you get to change someone's day, to make someone smile. My name is Sharon Brown, and like the program states, I am the operations manager at the Island Food Pantry. But as I read it, I had to laugh because I'm so much more. I'm a mom, an aunt, a godmother, a sister, a mom, a daughter, a cousin, a best friend, a director of a nonprofit. And all these things come after my first job, the first job I ever had, a job that I didn't even know I had, and a job that I sometimes don't understand or want. But I'm a testimony. I am a servant of my Creator. If you knew my life, you would be surprised that I was sitting here today. I have a degree in psychology and a major in guidance and counseling. And I was a counselor for years. And I've worked in prisons, treatment centers, shelters, schools. And I've been a chef for numerous famous people, including 2 presidents. But according to statistics, I shouldn't be here. According to the books that I read in college, I should not be here. According to my community, according to my family, according to so many people that I grew up with, I shouldn't be here. Because they're not here. And they had the same life I had. We were on the same paths. But for some reason, I'm here. And I tell my story as much as I can, just to give someone else faith to believe that they can make it another day. I'm here because this is the plan that was made for me before I even knew it. And all of my trials and tribulations are the reasons why I'm here. The reasons why every day I wake up and I help others. Growing up, I had a hard life. And I grew up faster than any child should have ever had to. I started raising my sisters and my cousins at 9, and I joined the gang at 13. I've lost so many friends and family members, but it took one friend just taking a minute to talk to me, talking to someone that she saw that was hurt and that was also helping everyone else. A 13-year-old took the time to ask another 13-year-old to go to church. And she invited me to go to church with her family and it helped save my life. Because from that day, it gave me something to look forward to. And no matter what I was going through, no matter what was going on in my life, I felt like it all had a bigger reason. So many times after the first time I went to church, I've had to fight battles and I've made mistakes and I've been hurt. I've been through so much things in life. But as I got older and got closer to God, I realized that He showed me everything I've gone through hasn't been in vain. And for every hard road that I've had to travel, it put me somewhere in life where that lesson helped me help someone else. My pain, my tears, my hurt gave me the opportunity to make one more person smile. Help one more person go on one more day. You can also be the one who can influence one more person. And then that one person can influence 2 more people. To take a moment with this message, I'm asking that this will become a culture, the way it was when we were all children. I'm so thankful for every teacher, friend, neighbor, family member that took a moment to check on me, that asked me, was I okay? Did I need something? How I was feeling that day? Can you imagine what that small gesture meant to a little girl whose world was upside down? I grew up when drugs were not just an epidemic, but were a culture in Brooklyn. And drugs ravaged my family, which is why, as a child, I had to stop being a child. Those lectures from my grandmother, from my great aunts, my uncles, they taught me right from wrong. And they prepared me for when they were no longer with me. And they helped me put those things into my little cousins, into my little sister, who, although she's no longer here, she left behind two beautiful kids who God put me in a position to help raise, who are now adults that's doing wonderful. My cousins that I helped raise, they're teachers, they're principals, they're correction officers, they're accountants. And these are the children that we all had to raise ourselves. They took a moment to care for a child. And that woman is the person that you see sitting here today. And although I'm imperfect, I'm who God made me. And he continues to put me in places like this so I can tell you that that little girl you may see in your community that always looks so sad, that's always alone, that's always watching her siblings, take a moment to say hello. Take a moment to see if she's okay. Take a moment to teach her something new, because that little girl may one day be the president of the United States. That little boy that you help may one day cure cancer. They may invent a machine that we don't even know that we need yet. Take that one moment to give someone faith. Faith to make it one more day. That one day could change the rest of their lives. I was a counselor for 13 years, and although it was a fulfilling job, that was just one road that I traveled, not my final destination. But if it wasn't for my boss at that time, seeing more in me than I saw in myself, and taking a moment to encourage a young mother who was then a security guard to return to college and guaranteed me a job after completion, I would have never been able to save thousands of women, men, families, and children that I have in my lifetime. That one gesture changed my life. And because of her sparing a couple of minutes out of her busy day, I'm here now feeding thousands of people on Martha Vineyards, seniors, homeless people, young mothers, single fathers, hardworking people who can't afford to pay rent and buy a decent meal for their families. And this is going on Martha Vineyards, whether people want to talk about it or not. We have so many homeless people here, people living in their cars, people camping in the woods. And this is an issue. And this is an issue that we all can fix. I also counsel on mind, body, and soul rejuvenation to my own clients and patient patients. And I do these things not because I get paid, but because someone took a moment to save my life. Numerous people took one moment out of their time to talk to me, to tell me I could do it, to tell me I could succeed. And because of those people, I'm here today. And I know because of me, it's so many people, so many students that still contact me, so many old clients that still contact me, that let me know that I saved them. And every day they go on to save another life. And I'm hoping that each and every one of you here that's hearing me now know how important that you are. Know how important that your one moment out of your life can change someone's life, can save someone's life, can make a difference in someone's life. If you see a homeless person cold outside, go buy them a cup of coffee. You see a senior struggling at the market in line, let them go ahead of you. Volunteer to take someone to the food pantry or to the market. Call a friend that you know that's alone and invite them over for dinner. I understand COVID numbers are up, but we can social distance, we can wear masks. Do you know how many people on this island are lonely? Do you know how many people you know are lonely? Most seniors here are alone because their children can't afford to buy homes here. Understand, since COVID started, food insecurity has increased. Suicide has increased. Mental illness has increased. Abuse has increased. Loneliness has increased. But contact, support, and funds have all decreased. You giving 1 minute to someone daily not only makes you feel good, but can actually save a life. So many times I've been tired on the roads that I've had to travel. And if it wasn't for friends and family members just making that call, just reaching out, just letting me know they love me, I don't know if I would have gotten up and made it another day. So I thank all of those people. And I thank everyone. It's people here right now listening to this that help me wake up every morning and feed thousands of people on this island by the little gestures that you give, the phone calls, the texts, to tell me that I'm doing a good job, to let me know that what I'm doing is right. You save me every day and you have no idea. Sometimes in our everyday lives, we forget about the person right next to us. I ask you to take a moment to thank your significant other, your partners. Make sure they're okay. Make sure they're happy. Ask them if you can do something for them. We forget to do these little things, but we have to stop forgetting because it's not promised. As Donna said, who is a wonderful person, by the way, as Donna said, 30 years old, and our soul is gone. We're not promised tomorrow, so we have to make the best of every day. We have to tell our loved ones we love them today. I lost my sister when she was 19 years old in a car accident. And I thank God every single day that I took the moment to take her last phone call because I was rushing on my way out the door to go to work, to go save lives because I was counseling at the time. And I stopped what I was doing to take my little sister's phone call. And we talked. And she said, I love you. And I told her I loved her. And although we made plans to meet that next weekend, that didn't happen. But I thank goodness that I had a chance to tell her I love her before it was too late. So tell your family members, your significant others, tell them you love them today. Because with COVID, with life being the way it is, we can't wait any longer. Say it, I love you. And last but not least, take a couple of minutes for yourself every day to love you. Early in the morning, after work, before bed, anytime you can, take a few minutes to refill your cup, to pamper yourself. Don't give so much of yourself to everybody else that is nothing left of you. Replenish your soul with communities like this. Listen to your favorite music. Drink your favorite tea in silence, collecting your thoughts before you go start your day. And with that being said, with Martin Luther King's birthday, that man was a perfect example of giving a minute. He gave his very life to bring freedom to all people. So I ask everyone here to also take a minute to look into the new Voters Act. And no matter where you are, see what you can do to make sure it doesn't happen. Not only for Martin Luther King, but for all the other people that lost their lives for freedom. I thank you so much for having me today. And I remind you, take a minute every day, please, to make someone smile. Because I promise you, it could save a life. Thank you.